Good afternoon, good evening, fellow viewers. Welcome once more to this platform. My name is Capo Daniel. I am an advocate and an activist for the Ambazonian independence. You are welcome to this show. Today, we are going to have an in-depth examination of the assassination of a Cameroonian journalist by the name Martinez Zogo, who was assassinated by Cameroon military men of their intelligence wing in Yaoundé. Martinez Zogo was picked up, mutilated, tortured, even sodomized by the Cameroon Secret Service, and his body was kept for some time until it was in the early stage of decomposition that he was then dumped somewhere in Yaoundé and the corpse was found. This tale is a tale of the satanic nature of the regime in Yaoundé. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know plenty of una that ask and say why me, Capo Daniel, and never come una own countryman for can give for una for we una go understand exactly which way to go on. Because for the most part, every day na Martinez Zogo, and our people they don't really know what to make of which way it happen. Well, the reason why I have been hesitant to really get into the in-depth of this case, it is because in somehow this is dog by dog. This is Paul Biya's war trying to clean away power from those who stand to challenge his son in case he dies. And in the top of that list, you have the people who are involved in this case, which is Ferdinand Gongo, which is he's the Secretary General of the Presidency. That means the SG of the President of Paul Biya. And then you also have the Justice Minister, Minister Betty Asomo, and then you have Laurent Esso, and many of them who are there. These are people that are the power behind the power in Yaoundé. So I'm going to have a unique opportunity to look into this case and show the Ambazonia people what is actually going on in Yaoundé with the regime and what is happening there that relates to us. But you people have to know one thing about the state of Cameroon. The state of Cameroon is a colonial state that was set up by the French. The president of Cameroon have all the power, but does absolutely nothing, because that is how it was designed. You have people that have been put in place, that are being supported, not directly by the French government, but through the French government by intermediary, which are the multinational companies that arms and support the Cameroon state and the underground secret service of the French government that empowers that state. They have their technical advisors in the French embassy. These are the actual people who run that country. That is why Paul Biya have been able to live abroad and live a comfortable life without caring much about what happens there, because you have people who are there to run the country. Paul Biya is just there to give them that face, that image. But the people who run the country are people like this Ferdinand Gongo, Betty Asomo, and the civil cabinets and people like that. Oh, you know. I'm going to explain that to our people very well who do not really understand the system that is going on. So right now, this killing machine that have been put in place by Paul Biya on behalf of France, who can do the dirty job for France, is now a very big problem for everybody. For us, Ambazonia, because these are the people who are actually fighting us. These are the people who are actually running the military machine of Cameroon. The people who are actually fighting to keep the French control of Ambazonia resources. These are the people headed by Ferdinand Gongo. And Paul Biya is now very worried because he's old and he's about to die. His worry is that these people have become so strong that they have abandoned even the French and rely most often to the Israelis, who are now protecting the presidency, and they are now turning to the Russians because the French government will not provide them with ammunition and the type of weapons they want to use to fight against Ambazonia. So they have turned to Russia, and they have become very arrogant. And these are the type of things we have seen across Africa. If you look at the case of Rwanda, a tribe that have been given such power, they thought that they were above everybody and they could carry out genocide. It's the same thing that is going on. So Paul Biya somehow is doing the right thing for the wrong reason. So he is going after these hawks, not because he wants justice, but because he wants to strip this political power base of their control in his military and his security forces. The head of the Cameroon presidency have been removed, have been replaced by somebody that Paul Biya trusts, and he is using this case to seize the opportunity and cut the hands of Ferdinand Gongo that can strengthen him and give him power. Because you know the Cameroon military is not designed to have a single military commander. So they can only walk through this network of killers and murderers that they are trustworthy and have been tested in the past to carry on their agenda. So that is what is going on. So it is useless, completely useless for we Ambazonians to spend our time looking in their infighting on how dog by dog. But it is very important that our people also are aware of what is happening so that they can understand how this affects them, and also to see the very nature of the regime in Yaoundé, in Etoudi. So first, this is a story of two people, two journalists that have been killed. One is an Ambazonian, Wazizi, Samuel Wazizi, and the other one is a journalist from the French Cameroon state, Martinez Zogo. These are two honorable professionals who are doing just their job in reporting news. And they have come to be victims of a machine that refuses debate and responds with violence when confronted with challenges they cannot explain themselves. And these two people, Wazizi and Martinez, presents a good image of how Southern Cameroonians or Ambazonians are being considered in that country, and how the French-speaking Cameroonians are being considered. In the case of Martinez Zogo, the President of the Republic of Cameroon have made a direct investigation and ordered his military tribunal to investigate this case and make sure that justice is done for this young journalist who deserve that justice. Through this process, we know that Cameroon is capable of conducting investigation. They have one of the most sophisticated security apparatus in the world. It's just that they are on the wrong side of things. So an investigation, a thorough investigation have been going on. Big people have been arrested because of the killing of this Martinez Zogo, irrespective of the political reasons that are going on. But in the case of an Ambazonian journalist who was killed, we all have seen testimony of his lawyer. The lawyer went to visit him in Boya, where he was being kept. He was picked up in Munya. And despite the fact that there are absolute proof that he was in Cameroon military custody, the Cameroon government have refused to give him justice. They have even refused to investigate. Even despite the fact that the international community have called for investigation, he was transferred to Yaoundé and he was slaughtered and killed. So before I get into the Martinez Zogo affair, to give you the big revolutions and also play the leaked tapes from the Belinga Amogu, who is responsible for the killing of this young man, first I want to show you our own Ambazonian story behind Wazizi. What happened to Wazizi, so that you can see the stark difference between a slave and a free man, a person who enjoys some consideration under the Constitution of Cameroon and the protection of the state, and somebody who comes from a colony who does not enjoy the same. So first, let us look into Wazizi. So Samuel Wazizi was a journalist who reports and records videos for TV channels. He also does so for like a freelancer. So he do investigation and publish images and stuff like that. So in the beginning of this struggle, Samuel Wazizi have always been speaking the truth, investigating crimes, investigating and reporting the true state of the war. Because of his activity, the Cameroon government calls him Amber journalist, which is what many of our journalists on the ground are facing. If you are reporting the truth about the state of the war, that reflects the reality on the ground, and you abandon the Cameroon propaganda, you are being labeled as an Ambazonian activist. And that means that you are designated to be killed. So I'm going to play you the video of a journalist that reported what happened, so that our people should know what happened to Simon Wazizi before we move on to Martinez. And this is a very big story that really shows us the state of affairs after 60 years of a so-called union or an experiment of one with La Republique du Cameroon. So listen to this report and you will hear the facts of the case of what happened to our brother, an Ambazonian Wazizi. It took place in 2019. So watch.
Monsieur Serge Alain, voyez-vous, voilà un citoyen camerounais qui vit paisiblement dans son pays, qui exerce son métier paisiblement, informer les gens, qui reçoit le coup de fil d'une autorité, l'invitant à se présenter dans un poste, dans un commissariat. Pourquoi est-ce qu'il doit avoir peur? Il se rend. Étant sur les lieux, on lui montre sa photo en lui disant c'est toi, il dit oui. C'est Wazizi, il dit oui. On dit tu as des soucis. Tu restes au banc, toi du commissariat. Il commence à comprendre que si on lui a montré le téléphone, sûrement c'est une procédure sur les terroristes, puisqu'il est en zone anglophone. Il est journaliste. Il appelle son avocat immédiatement au secours.
So I want to make my own country people make una dey hear, una follow and step to step, so that una go already know who's who dey. So this story they tell una say Wazizi, he get telephone call from Cameroon, their military people. They say me they come, they don't convoke, say he get case for answer them for their police station for Munya. He says he take that phone, he go for that police station. They ask he say your name na Wazizi, he say yes, he be journalist. Then showing a picture for some picture say now you this you be Wazizi, he say yes. Then talk to me enter she done for inside back counter. As she done for back counter, immediately he knows the one a case, he take his phone, he call a lawyer. He call lawyer say come help me. At the way La Republique their occupation forces they don't arrest me. They will actually try me Sabina a terrorist or Sabina Ambazonian fighter or you don't know. So now wait till that way happen, on a follow.
Son avocat arrive sur le lieu le 2 août 2019. L'avocat prend connaissance.
Nous sommes en moyen, vous dites?
En moyen. L'avocat sommairement communique avec son client qui lui dit bon, on ne m'a pas encore présenté une plainte, voici ce que s'est passé quand tu n'étais pas. Mais curieusement, l'avocat rentre pensant que son client va lui rappeler pour qu'il assiste soit à une enquête et tout. Quand l'avocat se rend encore à l'unité, on lui fait savoir, il fait savoir à cette unité que vous n'êtes pas compétent pour juger les infractions qui ont trait au terrorisme.
So what's the way happen na say the Wazizi a lawyer come meet you for that police station for Munya. He meet up, he talk for you. Wazizi tell you say they nobody yet charge you. So they nobody already give you any charge. So he don't know whether they go see they will do interview and then they go levy or they go put it officially under arrest on some charges them. So a lawyer no be fit do anything. He stay for the whole day. He come on left Wazizi for that police station. He go back. The next day he come back for that police station. The police station tell you say this so because they don't charge Wazizi now about terrorism. So he don't pass that lawyer level. Make it go now for military tribunal before if he handle the case. Now they think this way then talk for you. And now they think this way it be reported. Now listen.
Renvoyer le dossier à la PJ de Boya. Il quitte de là étant rassuré que son client serait à la police judiciaire de Boya. Mais curieusement, il a l'information qu'il y a, on est venu lui prendre manu militari par les éléments du BRIM. Il se dépêche alors sur le site. Incapable de rencontrer son client, il est refoulé comme un chien. Sa famille est au courant.
Il est mis à la disposition du BIM. Nous sommes toujours le 2 ou bien nous sommes déjà
Nous
le
sommes
3?
déjà à un autre jour, soit le 3 ou le 4. Ce qui est sûr, c'est que l'avocat, dans ses diligences, a introduit une procédure de habeas corpus le 13.
So what's the way happen na say the lawyer he come for it and tell you say they don't carry that case go down for Boya. And then some person tip the lawyer tell you say this so na be them say they can't carry that man, no be normal police them because the one if it's supposed to be na police or janan they go can carry say na be them. We normally me say they go carry that man go and go kill him or they go carry go na for Yaoundé. So since they officially telling us say they carry go na for Boya, na he way run go for Boya for go find it for the police judicial police for Isa Boya. He enter for there for ask him. The way we then take and knock the lawyer. He says he no say the one no be normal thing. So he now in office see a client. The official report with them talks say they don't transfer he go for Boya. In office see the Boya. He go for court go lodge wait they call and say habeas corpus. Habeas corpus na a procedure way Once you apply for court as a lawyer, the government must bring the person physically for court so that they know your whereabouts. Because when they catch you, they keep you incommunicado, or they never charge you. It look like an indefinite thing. We law need allow them, then you apply for habeas corpus, the police or the jana or the government must bring you for court. Can present you physically for court. Me they know so you dey alive. Now a very powerful law instrument for all country them where they guarantee all human freedoms. So he go for court, he go apply for habeas corpus.
Le 13 août. Oui.
Parce que il ne comprenait pas quels étaient les griefs qui étaient reprochés à son client. Depuis le 2 jusqu'au 13, il est incapable de parler avec son client.
Et c'est ce jour-là qu'il est transféré à Yaoundé, hein? Le 13 août.
Le 13 août. Et il a inséré ça.
Lui, il insère, puisque lui, il a introduit à Boya, au tribunal de grande instance de Boya. Il a introduit sa requête au fin de mise, sa requête en habeas corpus le 13 août au tribunal de grande instance de Boya. Puisqu'il est allé au Brim, soit quelque temps après qu'il soit différé là-bas, il a été incapable de communiquer avec lui. Il était la dernière personne crédible qui a pu le rencontrer à la police. Dites-moi, il est avocat. Si dans le commissariat au Brim, il est incapable d'avoir une solution, son seul recours c'est devant les tribunaux. Il a introduit donc sa requête le 13. Ça tourne, et le 5 novembre, qui est le jour où il pensait que le tribunal allait lui rendre ou bien lui donner la position de son client, puisqu'il y a eu la mobilisation des journalistes ce jour, oui. On rejette et on dit qu'il s'est fondé sur des yessi, sur des choses, sur des ondits. Oui. Nous sommes le 13 novembre. Bon.
So now what did that way happen? How you apply for that habeas corpus? Now a very strong freedom in a very invocation for some very strong law way every government for the war, when you apply for habeas corpus, it means a government it unlock some man, no man don't know it will happen. They must bring you for court, especially when it don't pass the number of days where police supposed to arrest you. For example, for some country them, police will arrest you for investigate you for 2 days. So one there was 7 days. So one there was 14 days. So for your case, they be cash your own client now for the second. Now on the 13th, we hasn't a direct and transfer it, but the case he applied for the case around the third or some day around that period. And then when the judge he can make decision, the judge talks say the judge talks say that case be based now on a ESA. How can a judge dismiss the testimony of an advocate, a lawyer, a witness where he don't testify say they don't catch a client, the family don't testify say their brother they don't call for that station, it don't go disappear. Even judge itself dismiss a habeas corpus read. Any man who don't study law will know say the one at the height of injustice, point blank, without blinking, without any shame, then dismiss the case. So now here.
Si Wazizi a été appréhendé comme ils disent, a été transféré à Yaoundé comme ils disent, et qui est décédé le 17.
Le 17 août.
Mais ça coûtait quoi du 17 août au 5 novembre? Ça coûtait quoi à ce magistrat de donner son verdict ce jour en disant que Wazizi n'est plus, ou bien référez-vous au ministère ou bien à la communication du ministère de la Défense pour avoir la suite? Puisque à l'audience d'habeas corpus, il y a un représentant de l'État qui est à l'audience. Et c'est lui qui est censé venir avec le mise en cause et les documents qui attestent sa détention. Mais ce qui n'a pas été. Dites-moi, quelle autre magie fallait-il faire? La famille était incapable de parler à quelqu'un. Elle avait que recours à son avocat, qui pensait que devant les tribunaux, il allait trouver solution. Mais curieusement,
mais le communiqué fait savoir que la famille a été informée du décès de Wazizi tout de suite après, c'est-à-dire le 17.
So, which way happen? I said that judge it dismiss the case. If the government true, it be cash Wazizi under their law, carry and go down for Yaoundé. Which way they talk? I say the judge for talk and say the Ministry of Justice, it don't tell them say they be cash that man transfer and for Yaoundé, the man don't die. But they no talk am because all thing where they be do am it be illegal. The one a state going on a killing spree, a government officially going around assassinating people, and their justice department being part and parcel for the cover-up, they refuse the habeas corpus claim, saying that say, despite the fact that their Ministry of Justice, it don't admit and say, if it don't be transferred for Yaoundé, so they don't kill him. If family no ever see their body, there was no investigation. You would think that somebody who is under official custody, how easy it go be for just go open case for verify say now be catchy, now be talk me then catchy, now why then catchy, easy for now just ABC. You don't need forensic investigation like the case for Martinez Zogo, where then carry then go see na only die body, they start begin find and warrant and hard out die body come for that place. So these two cases then go show and say for a case for an Ambazonia where investigation it be so easy because the person they under government custody. No justice it be done. As a matter of fact, they use the justice bench for the judiciary for give an unjust decision for show our people them who sa their place is there for this society.
Et qu'elle était au contact.
Si la famille a été au contact et qu'elle a été au contact,
avec.
Pourquoi l'avocat aussi n'a pas été au contact?
C'est dit, une fois son décès constaté, sa dépouille a été déposée le même jour à la mort de l'hôpital militaire région numéro 1, voilà, au centre économique SEPTA et la famille aussitôt informée. On va revenir.
So now that journalist in the read now way the Ministry of Justice he put them as a statement for the international community. Say that man they be done transfer for military tribunal, so they then talk the mutual way after then BT Sute die, then carry go put it for day before then carry a body go bury for ground where they nobody ever tell a family who said them bury day. So now if you see the type of injustice where our people they face am, which kind normal person with normal brain go accept say me go live in a country where they go to treat a whole journalist. If them fit treat a journalist, will be capable for pay a lawyer, where there is evidence in a Cameroon police and catch it, then there can be no justice. Think about the 8 million Ambazonian them their life, how they go to live in hell because they know say if this fee happen for Wazizi, when a journalist will get international cover, American or kind journalist organization and they for watch out for a back for justice. If they fit do them for ye, then what about you and me, a common Ambazonian? But this case, it not been at the same case when it come for the treating of Cameroon citizens them, the Francophones them, as we don't see for the case for Martinez. But I want to play the video for Wazizi brother. Before this interview, one of the first video where brother be talk him, he be release him out, where he show also confirm about the Cameroon government their arrest for ye, for his brother, for his small brother, because do a picture na interview na elder brother Igiam. Give me a moment, ma, I get that video. Sorry, it looked like oh yep. The video is here. So this one Wazizi brother.
Nadine.
They never call we. If you forget in touch with Wazizi, you never ever get them. My name
L'hôpital militaire région numéro 1, voilà, au centre économique SEPTA et la famille aussitôt informée. On va revenir après parce qu'elle est déjà là, Nadine.
Yes, my name is Abu Henry Indoga. I be the senior brother for Wazizi. Asa Wazizi be there for Moya police. They take for Moya police. They never call we. If you forget in touch with Wazizi, you never ever get them. Since they carry come out, I try to follow up. Going up right to 21 battalion. I got tonton for day. They drive me for day. The driver said they never ever lock. They never lock person for day. They drive me for day. I come back.
So now brother this it testify. Say then catch a younger brother, go lock him for Cameroon police station. He can end up for die the way he die. So make our people then have this one in their mind before they even want to look into this their Martinez Zogo. Newspaper publication, the way they be publish them during that time, it make them clear about what way be happen. As soon as we see them, it talk about the murder. How now the Cameroon military, their secret service them, they be behind the assassination of Wazizi. For many publications, they expose how the Cameroon government, through this office for their general director Directorate for External Relationship. That means the office for Eko. Naibi be in charge for kill, assassinate this journalist where they call Wazizi. Today we hear the Eko there for prison for Konengi. I go bring on the case of Martinez, me gonna see the same Eko for this same Directorate for External Research where it continue with this killing machine on behalf of the Pobia regime. Make una know say na a institution, a killing institution where they for La République du Cameroon will be responsible for the assassination and disappearance of thousands and thousands of people. We may never know the number, but this is like the movie you watch of Idi Amin. This is what the Pobia's regime is, and this is what they have been doing. So, ladies and gentlemen, I go take una now for. I'll take una inside our main presentation today about the issue of Martinez Zogo, the Cameroon journalist, the francophone Cameroon journalist, where he done die, and the person where he kill. The person where he kill, we order he death, na Jean-Pierre Belinga Amugu. Na person where na big businessman, na he own this company where they call him Pure Water, Mineral Water. Na also a CEO for a newspaper where they call an Anecdote, and na also he get Vision Card. So this one na a powerful man where he work for Pobia directly for push a propaganda, and when La République he done the use it also for a long time. I'll show na the whole network right to the top of Cameroon Justice Minister, Defense Minister, their presidency, their civil cabinet, and how this web of killers them. They run the worker for this earth, the key people them for no other thing, but if they accuse you, say you be part of the opposition against the exploratory war for Ambazonia, you don't know that you don't die. So I go play una even leak audios them from these people them, make una know very well which way they go on. The person will be in charge for kill, we order the killing of this Martinez, this journalist, where they call it Martinez. He named Belinga Asarante una Omugu. I go play una some videos them. Me gonna know exactly who he be. So that me gonna get the profile for the person who order the killing of this journalist. In one of those interviews the way began for a TV channel, Amugu Belinga
le problème de crise anglophone.
I don't know why the video need to play fine. No, just hold on. Make her bring the video back.
Dialogue? Non?
No, sorry for this
dialogue
difficulties. So we are having some difficulties with this video.
Votre solution? Le problème de crise anglophone, au grand mot, grand remède. Hein. Le dialogue? Non. On va dialoguer avec qui? Dites-moi.
So the video is not playing. So I hope so. Okay, I hear the volume. I don't know what I want to hear, but I will still play it because from my side here I cannot see it. So I don't know whether you guys can hear it or not. So if you're in the comment section, please let me know if you can see it or not. Hello? Yeah, I'm online live now. Okay, so I cannot see. I don't know what is wrong with my computer right now. I cannot get that video to play. They say there is no volume. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. This time, I'm not seeing any evidence that the live stream is being hacked. They say it's black screen. Okay, I'm going to play it once more again. If it does not play, I'm going to use my phone. Anyhow, we'll look for a way to do it. So, can you guys see it now? It's not showing. Okay, it's not showing still.
Rang au sud-ouest ou au nord-ouest sur le théâtre des opérations, comme on dit. De l'autre côté, c'est qui? C'est des bandits. Et la plupart même ne sont pas camerounais. Parce que quand vous voyez la brutalité avec laquelle ils égorgent des hommes en tenue, on vous égorge, on enlève les intestins, on attache sur votre cou. Je ne vois pas un Camerounais en train de faire ça. C'est possible.
So I understand from the comments from thank you Godfather and all those who are commenting Go Talk that there is no video, there's no show video, but the screen is black and you can hear the audio. So from this audio you can hear the position concerning the war by Mr. Belinga Omugu, who is responsible for the death of Martinez Zogo. I hope the other videos will be played because they are very, very important leaked audio that I want to play for you. So I'll be taking comment also, and if there are questions, please feel free to ask. I'm going to read out your comment and respond to that. So, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to profile this Amugu Belinga, Jean-Pierre Amugu Belinga, so that our people know exactly who he is. He's a very big businessman. His business are the type of business that the president in Cameroon use. He's in the media, he monitors things in the media, and he knows those who are against Pobia, those who are for Pobia. So sometimes they take action on their own to assassinate people. And most often he passed through the top government officials that are in charge of the power behind the curtain in Etoudi. And in this case, I'm going to give you the video of Martinez Zogo to see if the technical issue will be resolved when I play a new video. Then I'm going to give you an in-depth briefing on what happened with Martinez Zogo, so that I make our own country people then hear from my own mob, me they know where it happened, and how it be tied with the ring of murderers and where it then be exposed with this Cameroon infighting going on. So let's go to this video of what happened to the journalist in La République du Cameroon, Mr. Martinez Zogo. So this one are the images for the Cameroon journalist, a professional journalist who have been a critic of this war, because Martinez Zogo,
we found the body lying down. We did not know that it was really Martinez's body. We didn't know. We even wondered about who could come and make this problem for us, because the...
So I want me gonna follow this story very well. This Martinez Zogo, it be been a social critic, a critic for the war. Now one of those people really be criticize the war, and he get a very important radio station, FM for Yaoundé. When I hear some time I used to tell when I say we get information for Yaoundé radio stations them. Mr. Martinez Zogo, a program, it been one of those programs the way he always give we very good insight on which way they happen for the regime, especially during the time for that Grand National Dialogue. He will be very transparent, highly smart guy, very investigative, and the only reason we then target him for killing now because this Amugu Belinga he report Martinez Zogo saying a person will be against the war. These are the people that are bringing problem to the regime. Because as a journalist, person will run a media organ, he follow the day-to-day management of the population, news, and all this type of debate where they go on. That is how this young man was killed. Let's listen to the narrative of what happened on that day.
He was already decomposing. A large crowd gathered as Zogo's body was taken to the morgue of Yaoundé Central Hospital for an autopsy on Sunday.
Maestro,
look at the sadness you're leaving us with. My God, we will be encouraged to continue this dignified profession in the way that you are departing. Well, I don't think so. It is inadmissible that someone is abducted in front of a gendarmerie and that they go 5 days without being found, only to be found dead. This means that we are without the responsiveness of our law enforcement and security forces. Cameroon's National Journalist Union has condemned the assassination and urged media workers to wear black on January 25.
So now a very big and a very bad, I think there is some attempt in my software now that my anti-software cannot dictate, because I can see the way they affect the viewership and how fast it is being manipulated. But nevertheless, as we always say, we focus on our job and to the people who listen, because it's very important, very consequential. People listen to what we are saying. So this is a very bad thing that happened. A journalist killed for doing journalist work, nothing other than that, just for reporting the news the way it is. This young man was brutally murdered, as according to the report you heard. So this one are the natural reaction. The traditional chiefs, then come up there for the place where they bury, where they can't discover a dead body, and this is where they get them for talk.
Notre fils, Arsène Salomon Mbami Zogo, connu sous le nom de Martinez Zogo, a été assassiné sauvagement, torturé, sodomisé, mutilé, atrocement et jeté comme un animal en ce lieu. On nous a arraché notre fils de la pire des manières. Le mode opératoire des maquisards qui l'ont tué et de leurs commanditaires indique qu'il s'agit d'un crime impliquant les services de sécurité de l'État.
So now hear exactly the barbarism and the wicked and evil nature of this regime. According to the chief, where they don't see the dead body for their picking, it talks say the way they take and kill their picking, then sodomize it, that means then do it that kind of bad thing. If you imagine who can kill somebody in this manner, sodomize it very well. For people they don't know what the meaning of sodomize. That means say man picking they use their canals for rape, then torture it in a very severe manner, carry their body, can dump them for day. And it talks say this type of killing, it remember them the time where the La Republique they fight their war of independence after independence. How they be treat the Maquisards. Now the same modus operandi so they use them for kill this particular Martinez Zogo. That very wicked and devilish way for kill their son. Now wait till that way it report them.
Notre fils, Martinez Zogo, était un soutien fervent de votre régime. Il vous adulait. Il était votre fils, à la limite. Vous étiez son idole. Les populations de la Léquier, par notre voix, demandent que justice lui soit rendue et que ces criminels soient arrêtés et traduits en justice immédiatement. Au nom des populations du département de la Léquier, en attendant les décisions que vous seriez amenés à prendre, voici le message ferme que nous vous envoyons.
So the traditional leader them for a village, then be very clear with their word, and they know exactly who they blame for a death. They blame na poor beer yourself for the action for his security forces them, because now the poor beer them put these security forces in place where they that end up for begin do it where they do one with Martinez. When the regime it allowed the assassination of political opponents, of opposition leaders, the killing of activists, banning of nationalism. What else do you expect? So I want you to listen perfectly to this narrative so that you know exactly what is going on when we bring the leaked audios.
Vu l'ampleur de l'attaque que nous avons subie, vu l'humiliation que nous avons endurée, vu le défi qui a été lancé aux Etoudi, Mangisa et Bachenga dans leur ensemble, décidons. Le lundi 30 janvier prochain est déclaré Lequier mort.
So now here, then declare ghost town. Then consider the death for the killing of one of their son, Martinez Zogo, as a humiliation and a suffering for all the Etoudi and Bachanga people, and the people then for Mangisa. You get now these three villages away they look they like one people. Mangisa people, Etoudi people them, and Bachanga people. I think many of them are taxi driver for Yaoundé. Napo the night is sell land for that area. So then take the death of one of their son as an insult and humiliation for their whole community and the whole of Lequier. And then talk say they then declare ghost town. So make the understand. Say when we for Ambazonia, they be kill Sam Soya, butcher a head, man when a store man. Where that same gendarmerie they be noise in a man way the only problem I say be the same banger. If they do a small work, you might be pregnant, they can't cut the head. We too, we talk say we will declare lockdown, ghost town for the whole Ambazonia. Because we see that pain like a pattern where attack all we the so-called Anglophones. It will be an attack for our community. Just like the killing of Martinez Zogo be considered like an attack for all Etoudi and Bachanga people. The whole Lequier region. And then be blamed now who? The Cameroon president himself. So they no fit talk say they don't understand our pain. Say over 30,000 of our people them Wazizi. You get Penterence, you get the one the way they live for prison today. When I teach them. Say it no go pain with the same way. So make some Ambazonian no doubt itself say you be on the wrong side, you be on the right side. For fight against this regime, for the injustice and the killing and murdering of over 30,000 of our people and the burning of over 500 villages them. Now the same pain and now the same expression, that way we will get them. So it be understandable.
2. Martinez Zogo est mort pour vous. Ces assassins l'ont fait pourrir. Et nous ne nous ont laissé que les asticots. Par conséquent, nous refusons de recevoir ces asticots dans la Lequier et proposons que la dépouille de Martinez Zogo soit acheminée en Vomeka et qu'il soit enterré dans le caveau familial du président, vous son père. Une délégation des chefs traditionnels et des populations de la Lequier fera le déplacement dans votre village pour assister aux...
So now here, then decides to go carry that Martinez body with the traditional leader them and population for that village. Go bury them from Vomeka for place where they say me poor BSSF, he take that body. Now for sure now who be responsible. Now, for the case of Zogo, where the physical evidence you know be there for the dead body, except the wounds of torture and the manner where then kill you, if you indicate who then kill you. But for the case for Wazizi, all evidence every day because lawyer testify say he go for they go see he call it. So if you check that lawyer phone for see whether he be call it true, if you go to that particular police station, you catch them, who will be in charge, who will be responsible, you go fit easily narrow down who be key Samuel Wazizi. But no investigation was not done because he was an Ambazonian, somebody who have been assimilated, some people whose culture needs to be banned and all things like that. But in this case, the Cameroon president himself launched an investigation. We know the reason that he launched this investigation is because he wants to strip these special security forces away from the political leadership that are leading them. That is why today you do not hear the people who kill him. They are just being suspect. They are arrested for suspicion of torture. Why they go torture some person to the person die? Then the people the way they arrest them, they need to charge them for murder, but they charge them for torture. According to the audio them way, would the say one of the person where it torture part of the team of 10 commando the way they torture Martinez. You get Jean-Pierre, you get Colonel Raymond Etoudi, where a testimony then be classified. You get Bruno Benjing, where a testimony then be classified. But from the information we get from the investigation, it shows a death it will be ordered by that businessman when a strong pobia he allied and the propagandist Amugu Belinga. When I remember that family in Belinga, now the same person will be the try to bribe me and Lucas Asu. So these are people who are working for Bia. When you listen for an interview in the campaign, Semi Pobia declare harder punishment for Ambazonia them, including genocide. Now for sure, I said these are the people who speak for Pobia. I'm going to give you the leaked audio so that you know exactly who these people are and what they have done. According to the information, who will get them, I will play the video for report on how they can be transferred for Kundengi prison. But according to the information from the investigation they talk, Amugu Belinga be authorized the killing of these journalists. Before it do it be contact Ferdinand Gongo for explaining for ye why they need to kill these journalists. Ferdinand Gongo talked for the Minister of Defense when a Betty Asomo about the need way Amugu Belinga idan tell it. Mr. Betty Asomo when I be the defense minister in then now tell Eko when I be the director for the General Directorate of External Research, the Cameroon intelligence where they be in charge for go kidnap Seseko them for inside Nigeria, bring them back. Because now the killing machine, that the one the way they do it, where they pobia the 1 million do one for kill people them. They authorize it. Then now he set up that group for 10 commando them, meaning carry on this mission for assassinate this man. During the torture session them, according to the leaked audio them, the Amugu Belinga be there for this scepter where they torture he. And during that time of the torture, he even called the Minister of Justice. Can you imagine? A Minister of Justice, and the Minister of Justice is there, he say, me they not go leave the one like the first journalist way, they be go release he halfway. So Ambazonian journalists where they be torture he get concoction. The levy worker testify. So I go bring one of those videos, those leaked audios. But before I bring one of the report, make una know exactly the stage of this particular case of Martinez Zogo. This one also is not playing. Jesus Christ. I don't know if there's a problem with my...
On lève finalement le grand suspense ce samedi matin. Après une nuit longue au tribunal militaire, Jean-Pierre Amugu Belinga quitte d'ici avec un mandat de dépôt pour la prison principale de Yaoundé-Kondengi. Tous ses collaborateurs jusqu'ici gardés avec lui, le colonel Raymond Etoudi et Bruno Bidjan et autres sont libres et dossiers classés, sauf Bruno Bidjan qui reste dans l'affaire et devra comparaître.
So make I put the picture of the killers and those who will be involved for the killing. Mona see because I don't realize to see the video in the play, I don't know why. But the audio the play, so me gonna hear.
Désormais libre. Du côté de la Direction Générale de la Recherche Extérieure, DGAE, Maxime Eko, le lieutenant-colonel Justin Danwe et tous les membres du commando sont placés sous mandat de détention provisoire. Tous inculpés pour complicité de torture, en plus de la violation des consignes pour les membres du commando. 2 hommes à la manœuvre cette nuit, le commissaire du gouvernement Serlin Belinga et le juge militaire Aimé Sikati Kamo. L'attente aura été longue. Arrivé là hier à 17h45, c'est à 4 heures qu'on a commencé à appeler les suspects, chacun venant découvrir son sort pour la suite. Vous avez donc compris qu'aucun suspect n'est inculpé pour assassinat. La grande question reste donc, qui a tué Martinez Zogo? Celle-là, il faudra encore du temps pour y répondre.
So that one a report from a journalist, TV journalist for La République on the ground, where the report said they ran transfer Amugu Belinga for Kondengi prison with Eko and with one of the Cameroon military will be involved for the killing, the actual killing for Martinez Zogo, in name na Colonel Jean-Pierre Etoudi. So 2 other colonels, the way they be interviewed, the way they be part for the team, where they be torture this man to go kill him. Their name na Colonel Raymond Etoudi and Bruno Binja. These two them, their own testimony, they don't classify, and that means they don't go release which way they talk. Because he exposed very deep secret them for the regime on how way they operate. So I go play some of the leak audio them, make una get an idea of this hellhole way they for La Republic and this gang of criminals. If una look very well for those political leaders, the way that they order the killings them. When I see say all them carry that red mark, that mark for Amok Society way Emmanuel Macron they carry on for his chest. Now the same one way the poor beer they carry on for his left side for his chest, for that means for their heart. Now people the way they for all the same occultic regime. Now the same people that they work and do this killing them. So make I play some of those audios them. When I go get a conversation, this one a part of the release audios them for this Martinez Zogo case. And this one it is show how we the Amugu Belinga it talk with Vondo Ayolo. Vondo Ayolo, if una don't know who be Vondo Ayolo, he been a part of the civil cabinet, the head of the civil cabinet for the presidency. This Belinga, it talk for you, it explain for you the need for such actions.
J'ai déchargé le journaliste. J'ai dit comment? Je vais décharger un journaliste en pleine nuit qui a même donné l'ordre. Il commence à dire que non, c'est que j'ai dit bon, ne quitte pas. J'ai appelé au procureur général. C'est là au procureur général, il a dit mais comment? C'est moi qui les ai sommés immédiatement de procéder à la libération de ton journal. Et ça, je ne t'ai même pas dit que mon ordinateur était là depuis plus d'une semaine. Mais au moins, j'ai beaucoup de choses que j'ai apprises aujourd'hui. J'ai toute la conversation, donc je vais envoyer ça demain matin au chef de l'État. Toute la conversation. Et c'est pour ça que quand j'appelle une fois, il faut comprendre. Parce que comme je vous disais, moi, je ne sais plus qui est avec moi et qui ne l'est plus. Allô? Allô?
Bon, de toute façon, j'en parle au grand chef demain matin.
D'accord, merci.
So now one of the leak audio than this, where when they hear the Belinga Amugu, he call the head of the director of civil cabinet, Mvondo Ayolo. For that conversation, he directly talk which way it happened. Say be responsible now to the head of state Pobia. That means this Amugu man where he call commit all these killings them. The person where he report for you, the person where he work for their interest. Now Pobia, but somehow they want push you under the boss. And he explain over and say get all the recording. He not record everything. He even talk how way that action that they be done in concert with the Procureur General, with the Justice Department and all those things. Can you imagine? Laurent Esowe na be the head of justice, the Minister of Justice. If the Minister of Justice is give the call of such assassination, what does that say about that country? A Minister of Justice now the person when I appoint justice minister, then I appoint magistrate, now I assign them, now be their overall boss. Now somebody who potentially now is supposed to be able to be capable for arresting even the president when he commit crime. But in this case for La Republique, now they perpetrator them for crimes, the assassination of journalists, the cover-ups, and the murder of thousands. And I'll give you guys the list because some Catholic priests who have contacted me from Yaoundé have provided me a long list of Catholic priests who have ventured to preach about social justice who have all been assassinated from the 90s by Paul Biya ring led by the same people. I'm going to play all those things for you people to see. And there is another video which I want to play still of Mr. Amugu Belinga, how he threatens people with death. And it will give you an insight in their modus operandi and how they operate and who they work for.
Allô?
Cher voisin, comment ça va?
Ah, bonjour.
Je ne savais pas que tu pouvais me faire des coups, hein. Et ça, tu paieras le prix. Tu sais comment?
Quel coup encore?
Non, on se comprend.
Quel coup?
Non, le délégué général et Mva ne peuvent pas m'appeler alors qu'ils sont chez toi à la maison. Et je parle.
Il t'a appelé étant chez moi?
Laisse tomber. Je voulais seulement. Non, cher ami. Non.
Il ne t'a pas appelé étant chez moi.
Non,
c'est pas vrai. J'ai eu deuil et il est venu me rendre visite.
Depuis quand il vient ici?
Mais j'ai dit que j'ai eu deuil, je suis en deuil.
Oui, d'accord. Ben, ne t'énerve pas. Pourquoi tu es énervé? C'est vous qui me combattez. Non, non, moi je t'appelle même tout simplement parce que on s'est connus depuis.
Mais c'est ce que je suis en
Voilà,
train de dire.
alors est-ce que...
Voilà la vérité.
Non, attends, depuis quand... Attends, depuis qu'on t'a nommé, et depuis qu'on t'a nommé, je suis venu chez toi. Non. On est des voisins, est-ce que je viens là-bas? Non.
Mais
non, n'oubliez pas que le monde peut changer.
Non, mais je suis en train de dire que...
Attends, SG. Vous pensez que Paul Biya ne commande plus ce pays?
Non, mais je demande...
Bon, quand tu me... Attends, entre amis, quand tu me dis, va me régler tel problème au ministère de la Justice, je t'ai déjà demandé 1000 francs.
Mais c'est ce que...
Mais c'est ce que vous dites là-bas. Quand je fais muter tes copines et tout, qu'est-ce qui se passe même? Tu as perdu la tête. Attendez, monsieur, c'est moi qui vous appelle. Tu as perdu la tête?
Non, mais comment? Mais je ne comprends pas pourquoi tu t'en prends à moi.
Mais est-ce que j'étais...
Yeah, they talk how they don't kiss man girlfriend for you or something like that. So me gonna hear and who they talk say they work for the president of the republic, Paul Biya. So this Belinga Omogo, Jean-Pierre Belinga Omogo, when at the head for the assassination machine, the killing machine where it done the grind, the kill political opponent, the assassinate journalists, it be responsible for the disappearance of thousands of people. Be the work under Paul Biya. And the reason why they expose them today, it not been for anything good, but it give us an opportunity for know exactly which way happen. Now why that way then since they fear, they no fit kill you. They no one charge you for assassination. They just want clip their flanks. So maybe we hear.
Tu as perdu la tête?
Non, mais comment? Mais je ne comprends pas pourquoi tu t'en prends à moi.
Mais est-ce que je t'ai déjà parlé comme ça? C'est que je n'ai peur de personne. Non, mais parce que tu veux que je te dise à quelle heure ils sont arrivés chez toi?
Mais j'ai dit qu'ils étaient chez moi.
Oui, mais est-ce que toi-même tu connais la conjoncture? Est-ce que tu me dis encore, n'est-ce pas, tu passes, on est à 200 mètres, tu passes ici, tu m'as déjà dit bonjour en 3 ans?
Non, ne fais pas de confusion. Vraiment.
J'ai dit, quand je veux raconter ça au garde des Sceaux, il va te regarder comment?
Non, mais je dis, je suis en deuil. On vient me rendre visite. Est-ce qu'il y a un problème par rapport à ça? Est-ce que je vérifie si je ne suis pas en deuil?
De toute façon, bonne nuit. Non, merci. Mais le monde est petit. Merci beaucoup. Non. Merci. Moi, je ne t'appellerai plus jamais.
Non.
So you can hear the intimidation and the confidence in his voice about where his authorities come from. This is supposed to be a private citizen working in the private sector. But somehow he frightens even civil cabinet members. And they are all scared of him. Because they know he responds directly to Paul Biya. His authority comes directly to Paul Biya. And the assassination scheme of this individual have gone on for years and years and years. And the only reason we are getting to understand all these things today is because of this, their infighting. But ladies and gentlemen, you have to know exactly how these people have been killing and disappearing thousands of people in that country called Cameroon. Not only in their zone, but including our zone. You remember the assassination of the Bishop of Bafia. You remember the story of Je suis dans l'eau. Do not forget, it is the same people who conducted that same assassination. I want to remind you by playing some of the videos of that assassination so that you remember what happened. I'll play the video to remind you of the assassination that these people have carried on. There have never been an investigation because they know that they work for Paul Biya and the interests of the regime in carrying out such assassination. But make no mistake, Paul Biya is not doing us any favor, but he has exposed and provided evidence for the crimes of against humanity that they have been committing with impunity for the past years.
The lifeless body of the Bishop of Bafia, Jean-Marie Benoit Bala, declared missing last Tuesday, was pulled out of the waters of River Sanaga around midday today. Sources say the body was found in a creek near Monatele, a downstream locality from the Sanaga bridge, where the bishop's car was found.
It was at midday this Friday.
So I will get back to you, Noel Paul. I will answer questions. I'll have some few minutes, and that time, please be ready to answer to give the questions or even to call my mobile number. My number is there on WhatsApp. I'll receive calls after that. So this bishop, as you guys know, Jean-Pierre Bala, the Bishop of Bafia, who was assassinated early in this struggle for preaching against the war and on social justice on the pulpit. He was assassinated by the same ring of killers in Yaoundé. His vehicle was driven 10 miles away from his home, and the autopsy that was after his body was discovered showed that his body had been in that river for only 4 hours. After he was being searched for days and days, his body was discovered there. According to villagers, it was even dropped by helicopter. His vehicle was parked across under the bridge with a suicide note written there that Je suis dans l'eau. This shows you the exact nature of
the corpse of the Bishop of Bafia, Jean-Marie Benoit Bala, was taken out of River Sanaga. It was found by this fisherman of fire and rescue unit. The corpse was received on the banks of the river by the apostolic nunce to Cameroon, Piero Piopu, the president of the Episcopal Conference of Cameroon, Samuel Kleda, the Archbishop of Yaoundé, Jean Barga, the governor of the Central Region, among others. A huge crowd turned out to watch the corpse being taken out of the river. Emotions were high as many could not hold back their tears.
People good people that Pobia have just
security forces hushed down all cameras. 15 minutes later, solemn faces emerged from the morgue.
Corpse was found around 8 o'clock, and fighters and the Navy, and so they had to go there, and then they brought the corpse at about midday today, and it was received at under the bridge, and the hierarchy of the church was there. They had to identify the corpse, which then was put in the ambulance and brought to the mortuary. An autopsy has to be conducted, and then after that the corpse will be handed over to the hierarchy of the church.
So this is how he was killed. He was also mutilated in the same manner, violated sexually by the Cameroon Secret Service. There's another bishop who have just died, priest who have just died 2 days ago. He was also trapped in the same manner, called away from his house to go and look for someone who was sick, and was driven away and was killed in the same manner. So this killing by these people have been going on, including in Ambazonia. If you remember Reverend Alexander Sop, who was also assassinated, and then at that time, at that very early stage, they tried to blame it on Ambazonian fighters. Let me bring you the video of he was killed in 2018 by the Cameroon military
on the right side by two persons of the same height. 2. The bullet on the left side of the chest passed through his body and came out from the back, while the bullet on the right side of the chest had no outlet behind. 3. The point of entry of the bullet on the left side of the rifle, not a locally made gun or a pistol. Finally, the bullet received from the body came from the shot on the right chest of father. We need the service of a ballistic expert to determine whether the bullet that passed through the left side of the chest was similar to that retrieved from the body, so as to determine whether or not it was shot by one person. The church is interested to know the person who killed father. Because of that, a case has been established. The judicial police have already started the proceedings. We pray that we know the victim so that justice may be done. But keep on praying that
no justice have been done, no justice will be done, because this is how the Cameroon military operate. They go around, they assassinate priests who speaks about social justice or speaks against the war, who do not toe the line. They assassinate you. They don't hide it. So these people have been killing priests, killing journalists, killing influential people that speaks up for the people. And you remember, even on one case, Reverend Thaddeus Bacon also who was spared just because there was a video that recorded his arrest in Boya as well. If you remember, he was tortured by the Cameroon military men, dragged to be slaughtered as well, and was rescued just because there was somebody who secretly recorded the video and released outside. You could see Cameroon military men coming to harass a priest, Reverend Tobias Bacon, for nothing. Unarmed person. You send this amount of military people to torture a priest, drag him there, and we have seen this type of killings going on for a long time, including Cardinal Tumi, Christian Cardinal Tumi, who gave Paul Biya the special status, who worked for him with his agency to make sure that the special status came about, which was empty and it was nothing. He too was assassinated. How do I know that Cardinal Tumi was assassinated? Because he has a driver who always worked with him. It is the driver's WhatsApp that he used to communicate with me several times. And with many people, he doesn't communicate with people directly. He uses the driver's WhatsApp to communicate with people. And when he died, I watched the video of his dead body and how it was being turned around by the Francophones who were around there. And I was surprised, but where is his driver? He's always with him in good or bad times. And I called the driver to interview him, and he said, I don't want to talk about that. Because he could not say what really happened with Cardinal Tumi. He was sophisticated with a pillow by the Cameroon Secret Service for doing one thing, for establishing what Ambazonians want. We had disagreement with Cardinal Tumi. We criticized him a lot. And the reason why I criticized him was because despite the fact that he has established what the people want and what the people have defined as their problem, he did not stand to push it. He did not advocate or militate for the people. He just simply established it, and he was actually for federation. But still, that did not keep him alive. So that should tell our people. Let me bring you the video of the dead body of Cardinal Tumi so that you see for yourself what happened to Christian Cardinal Tumi. And it will wonder you, what was all this Francophone Secret Service doing there? So this is his body. They wanted to humiliate him because he was an Ambazonian, a big figure. Despite our controversy with him, he was a big figure that they want to take away from us. Listen.
Dégage les trucs là. On va attacher. Parce qu'il faut des cordes pour qu'on l'attache. J'essaie de joindre même le directeur là, il ne prend pas. Justement. Essaie un peu de chercher les cordes à l'intérieur.
After I examined this video, you realize that there is no medical support to Cardinal Tumi before he died. There is no loved one, neither is his driver, who also doubled down as his hand, was not in his presence before he died. They had removed everybody, removed every medical assistance in that area before Cardinal Tumi died. That is why you could hear it was a security Cameroon agent telling the nurse what to do with the body. That is an indication that the nurse only came into that room after he was dead already. And you are hearing them talking about French. These are not the people who surround Cardinal Tumi when he was growing up. So this was also an assassination of Cardinal Tumi, and I'll tell you why.
Je vais travailler avec les cordes. Il faut un drap. Parce qu'il faut un bon drap. Je vais attacher avant qu'on amène à la mort. J'appelle les gens sérieux.
So you can hear clearly, and I'll give you the reason why Cardinal Tumi was assassinated by Paul Biya. It was because of the AGC work in terms of establishing what our people want. It's not that he even advocated for our people, but just for establishing through research work what our people want got him killed. Watch it. Oh, that video also will not show what is going on. So that video also is not showing, so I don't know what to do. I think I'll just leave it at there. So Cardinal Tumi was also assassinated, and I have a long list of priests that have been assassinated by Paul Biya, and this is ring of murderers. And I'll read some of them out. They say on Monseigneur Jean Kanu of the Diocese of Bamayo, and Abbot Kanu, and Kiyu, Monseigneur Kiyu, were brutally killed with their eye removed in Mbalmayo in 1994. In 1984, Paul Biya also ordered the assassination of Abbé Bernard Zombo from the East Diocese in La République du Cameroon. You have in 1991, Abbé Joseph Mbassi was also mutilated. You have in 1992, Monseigneur Mve Plomé was also killed and mutilated. 1992, all of these cases are cases where they came in, they removed them from their house, deceived them and dragged them away. You have Father Amugu in Simaleng, who was also murdered. And then in 1995, when interviews were being published about Ereng Biya, the priest that Ereng Biya always confesses her sin to, he's called Reverend Alberta Mver. He was also strangled and assassinated. You have in 2001, Abbot Apollinia Claude Ndi, a priest, was also mutilated. The list goes on and on. So the Catholic Church is aware of this assassination and they know why Paul Biya is assassinating these people. That is why they made it a point that after the assassination of the Bishop of Bafia, his replacement was appointed to a higher institution by Pope Francis. So the nature of the regime that we face and the beasts that are the killer of our people, this system put in place is alive and well. These are the hands of the butchers that kills our people, and they continue to be a problem to us. Thanks to the infighting in La République, they have exposed themselves. And as we said, nothing hides forever. If we can learn from other African countries and other dictators around the world, Paul Biya days will come to an end, and there will be more revelation about what he is doing. And for all those who seek to partner with him, because it will benefit them politically and financially, they are living on blood money. Have no admiration of such people. They are evil. What you see here are the faces of the devil. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Stay strong and continue to resist evil. Speak the truth and stand for the truth, because only the truth have the power to free you. God bless you.